What is going on? What is going on? No, 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 no. It is a beautiful night, maybe. What is going on, fellas? What is going on? I gotta double check something. I'ma tell you what. I'ma tell you what. I got a subscriber named Dr. Kulo. Oh, damn. What in the hell going on? What is going on with that? What is going on? So, I'm gonna be I said I wanted to get on later because earlier the audio. I said earlier that I wanted to get on again because the audio was acting a little funny. I actually just took the time watching that game, cleaned my desk up, rearranged some things. I actually took the this actually boosts the signal, so I actually took that off and I have it in my audio interface almost more than halfway to see if this maybe sounds better. Guys, let me know in the chat how the audio is doing. I've made a couple of changes. Hopefully, this fixes all the issues that we had prior. What's up, FL Diver? What's up, my guy? I saw you had some comments earlier, and I just wanted to do this video again because I wanted to clip some things for YouTube Shorts and stuff like that. Another ride with the pen. Yep, I'm gonna get into it in a couple right now. Let me just go ahead and. Let me just go ahead and tweet this right quick. Oh, shit. I gotta love these generators. It came too late. I kind of wanted to. I'll save it for another occasion. But we want Jose. Yo, Chris Silva, what's up, my guy? Dime a ver, que lo que. Do me a favor, guys. You know what it is. Smack that like. That helps. Trying to grow this channel more. I will be doing a game season soon with Pete. We were talking about that. I've been a little on a hiatus. Life gets in the way a couple of times, and yeah. So we're coming back strong for this playoff run. Yeah. So let's get started with the game. I'll talk about Volpe and all that stuff later, but let's just talk a little bit about this game. And the Yankees had 16 hits, 10 runs, and the Twins had 9 hits, 9 runs. Look at the box score right quick. This seems to be, it's normal with these younger guys where they lose control. The walks come into play and stuff like that. So Schiller at the end there couldn't close it out completely because got a little wild. Sorry. And so basically that caused him to give up 4 runs and 4 and 2/3. He had 6 Ks, but also had 5 walks. That's not something you want to see all the time. Cruz just came in for that out right there. He got it. And then Yarborough, I don't know what is up with Yarborough right now. Let me see. Yeah, I don't know what's going on with Yarborough. Normally he's pretty good. Let me go see something. He hasn't been good as of late. I'll tell you that much. God damn, he gave up 2 runs at Detroit, and then he gave up 1 run in he threw 5 innings though on the 5th. But normally he's pretty good. Yarborough gave up 4 runs, and then Bednar gave up a solo shot. But Leiter comes in an inning and 2/3, and Devin Williams again in lower leverage situations. It's a 2-run game. It's the 8th. Got the hold. I think that's where you want to see Devin either 7, 6, 8. I don't want to see him in the 8th, but I understand why. We were pitched yesterday and all that stuff. So that being said, the Yankees almost fucking blow this one away. This bullpen is really, really bad, and it does start to give me a bit of concern for the playoffs. What are the guys that the Yankees are going to be able to trust in October, and will Boone stick with those guys, which is always what we don't know. Crazy game, crazy win, says Chris Silva. Each game it's someone. Tonight we had Yardy Lady. Yo, bro, it's kind of wild that every other night it's somebody just blows up the bullpen's ERA. And a night where Schlittler, you get these young guys where they normally go 4 or 5 innings. We saw Luis Hill the other day with the control as well. So, funny enough, what I feel that a Schlittler maybe next year you're going to see a much better and polished version of Schlittler once, because right now you can tell he kind of is throwing the ball instead of pitching. Once he learns how to pitch more and gets a pitch in there as well, because again you can only get by so much with your velocity. So that is why I think that he's going to need to learn. Probably the Yankees get him another pitch or two by next season, and you'll see a much better Cam Schlittler. Williams has been nails lately. I don't want to hear anything about Williams. I don't care. I don't trust him. I don't trust him at all. He keeps if Boone wants to pitch him because he has to in the eighth. I understand that, but Weaver should get the eighth, even though Weaver's haven't been good either. But it's like it fluctuates so much with the Yankees. I don't know, man. I can't trust this guy anymore. Still got 2 weeks to see who ends up being the most consistent. We'll see that. But good things from the offense today. Grisham with the bomb, 31st of the year. He was saying doubles. Who needs that? That's going to be interesting. He was in a slump. He wasn't. Why do I keep saying I'm trying to fix that, guys. And I've said it a lot. So Grisham, home run, 2 hits, 3 RBIs. Judge, 2 walks, 1 hit. Rice, 4 for 3. 3 for 4. I always confuse that because, like in the Spanish language, you reverse a lot of things. So I always say 4 for 2 or instead of 2 for 4. 3 for 4 for Rice. Man, Rice is having a phenomenal season, man. I'm so glad. Last year, a lot of people didn't really believe in him. You got to give the young guys a chance to develop a little bit and get accustomed to the big leagues, man. But shout out to him. And this is something. Let me look at this right here. For the year, Benny Rice is hitting 248 with 333 on base and an 813 OPS. He's gonna finish pretty sure with a over 330 on base percentage at this point. So it's going to be interesting to see, because that's been my whole thing with Volpe. Like, I understand that he's not hitting, but damn, can you keep a 300 on base percentage at least? And the man can't. And we'll talk about Volpe soon. Stanton, another 2 hits. You have Chisholm, 2 hits. Volpe, 2 hits. Wells, 2 hits. McMahon with a hit. Listen, McMahon, I just need him to continue playing defense like he does. What's up, brother? Smack that like, hit that sub for me. Yo, Kev, quick question. From a scale of 1 to 10, how much do you trust this bullpen? 2. Chris, and I'm being honest, I trusted a 2 at this point. You have to admit he has been a pleasant surprise. Yes, Chris can... Oh, man, that shit's funny. Kev, do you think the third wild card starter depends on the matchup? Yes. I don't know if the Yankees want to go 2 lefties in a row with Rodon and Fried and Rodon. It's going to come down to matchups. It's going to come down to the ballpark. I think all that's going to determine who's going to pitch. But I think right now we can all say that it's going to be Fried, Rodon, and Hill. Fried is the game 1 no matter what. What's going to fluctuate is either Rodon again or Luis Hill. I would prefer... I don't know. I think it really depends. I kind of like, and this is not to take anything from Rodon, I'm just me thinking, guys. I kind of do like if it was Max Fried, Luis Hill, Rodon. But that's gonna be interesting to see what the Yankees do that right there. But I know for a fact Max Fried is the guy getting the game 1. Negative numbers, bro. No, I'm not going to give the bullpen negative numbers, but I do not trust the bullpen a lot right now. There's only a handful of guys you can go to from this Yankee bullpen, and that worries me, where normally the Yankee bullpen is their strong suit. It is not this season. I would hate for the Yankees to actually be hitting in the playoffs and losing games because of the fucking bullpen. It would really, really, really irritate me, because normally the New York Yankees have a really good bullpen. So to see them not have that right now is concerning. they do have the talent in there that if they get right, it can be a very, very good bullpen. Remember, you have Volpe, Bednar, Williams, and Weaver, and Fernando Cruz came having a great season this year. And then the other guys like Tim Hill, Mark Leiter Jr. that are there as well, right? So the Yankee bullpen does have a chance to be very, very good, but let's see what happens. It's I don't know. I haven't seen guys go on runs. I'll tell you that much. Pitchers, just like hitters, they go on runs where they go 5-6 appearances without giving up a run. That's good in the playoffs. That's going to help you. So it's going to be interesting to see which of those guys. Now, I want to get a little bit to the meat and potatoes of what I was trying to do earlier before the game. I understand he had 2 hits. I get it. But Cabby's at third base. And I super chat Pete and I said, I bet you that the Yankees won't. They brought in Tonkin. I said, I bet you that the Yankees won't pinch hit for Volpe here. Needing that run, knowing how their bullpen has been lately. And I said, Cabby's already in the game. You can move him to short. I bet you that they won't pinch hit for Volpe in this situation right now. Could have brought Dominguez in against Tonkin. It would have been nice to see him get at that bat there. And I think Ahmed Rosario and Slater, so you wouldn't have seen those two. But maybe because the guy on the bench was Jason, was maybe the reason they didn't give him the at-bat. I don't know. But I was saying that I would have liked to see them pinch hit there. What does Volpe do? He swings and misses, strikes out on his knees. I don't know how many times do we have to see that as a fan. Anthony Volpe swinging and falling on his knees. It is getting to a point where it is getting very, 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 very annoying to me. And I know I'm nitpicking as a fan to watch. I don't know about you guys, but seeing Anthony Volpe swinging a miss like that, falling on his knees, reminds me a bit of Josh Donaldson when he used to do that shit. And that shit irks the crap out of me. Showing me you got no balance. You're always looking like a fool when you strike out, man. It's just really, really pissing me off. So I knew they weren't going to pinch hit because it's like, oh, he has 2 hits. But if it was the other way around and Dominguez had 2 hits and the lefties brought in, I'm pretty sure they go ahead with Slater there. And that's I just want everybody to acknowledge what we've been trying to say for quite some time, that there is favoritism in the organization. It doesn't necessarily mean that we're pushing a narrative that it's because Dominguez is Dominican or Latino and Volpe's. We're not saying that. The organization picks their favorites when it comes to their prospects, and they stick to them no matter what. And at this point, it's getting irritating as a fan to watch them shove Volpe down everybody's throat. I understand that you're trying to make Volpe the all-star that you want him to be because you did not sign guys like Trey Turner. You did not sign guys like Corey Seager, Dansby Swanson because you had Anthony Volpe. But this is my issue with Brian Cashman. As much good as he does, his ego always eats him up, and he has to drill his decisions till extinction, till he can't no more. Till Anthony Volpe cannot throw to first base, till Anthony Volpe cannot hit a lick. He has to play him no matter what, and it's very, very frustrating. Yeah. Yo, you know what? When you're just talking and nobody else is around you, you forget the AOs. But I got a very nice. This is a drop I got for Anthony Volpe.
Your father never had the makings of a varsity athlete.
What the?
It's gonna be your father never had the makings of a New York shortstop.
Your father never had the makings of a varsity athlete.
What the?
Anthony Volpe, my guys. Anthony Volpe, who before today, right? Because I was trying to do this before the game, but he had 2 hits, and I'll give him that. If he's swinging the bat well, I understand, but Caballero should be the guy that should be playing every day, man. He's the better option right now until Volpe shows you otherwise. Just one game does not change anything. Volpe's going to look good for probably another game or 2. Then he's going to stroll in, and he's going to start doing the same thing that he always does. So, Anthony Volpe, last 21 at-bats, was hitting 190 with a 227 on base. Last 48 at-bats, 208 with a 235 on base. Last 100 at-bats, 158 with a 196 on base percentage. While playing bad defense. I have never in my life seen the New York Yankees stick to somebody this bad and continue to freaking play them no matter what. First, I was told that there was no other shortstop. The Yankees have Jose Caballero, who's clearly playing better as a Yankee. Do not tell me about his career numbers. Do not tell me about what he did last year, what he did in Tampa. Since Jose Caballero has been a New York Yankee, he is a much better option at shortstop than Anthony Volpe. Case closed. You want numbers? I'll give you numbers. Last 7 games for Caballero, 21 at-bats, 333 average, 364 on base. Last 15 games, 258 batting average, 324 on base. Last 30 games, 283 batting average, 371 on base. He is clearly the better option. The reason I don't show you the numbers, guys, you guys go see them yourself on MLB.com. It's going to update Volpe's 2 hits today. So that's going to change probably 10 points. But I also have the defensive metrics, and I'll get to you guys in the chat now. If you guys are just joining in, smack that like, hit that sub for your boy. I have the defensive metrics that I talked about earlier. Caballero.
You jackass!
Caballero, right? He's only had 330 innings at shortstop this year, so I put minimum 300 innings played at shortstop for the defensive numbers. On Fangraphs, number 1, shout out to Bobby Witt when it comes to outs above average. Anthony Volpe, with shortstops with 300 or more innings, Anthony Volpe is 36th. He has a -9 outs above average. -9. If you want to know his FRV, which a lot of people are starting to like that stat too, it's -7. Jose Caballero is 9th amongst shortstops with 300 or more innings. I get it; it's a small sample size when it comes to that, but he's played a handful of games with the Yankees at shortstops, and he's made actually very good plays. His arm, I very, very like him being able to have the arm that Volpe doesn't. When it comes to faster runners, he's able to get some of those guys out. So he has 5 outs above average. You want defensive run saves? We can do that too. Jose Caballero's 12th among shortstops with 300 or more innings. He has a 3 DRS, while Anthony Volpe is ranked 18th with a 1 defensive run save. So you want to do errors? Because that's where your boy's leading. Anthony Volpe's 3rd in errors because Eddie De La Cruz throws the baseball to the 200 sections all the time. That's why Ellie is above with 23, and CJ Abrams too. So Anthony Volpe is 3rd when it comes to errors. So, yo, T-Riv, what's up, my guy? How's it going, bro? I'm going to tell you what, brother. I'm going to tell you this much. That boy Anthony Volpe's going to make me get my Bobcat loose in that goddamn clubhouse if I got to see him in this damn lineup one more time. One more game. You got that guy, Jose Caballero. He is very good, man. Why you got to be playing this Anthony Volpe? I don't get it. He the coach's kid or something? All this time playing that Anthony Volpe, having a Jose Caballero. You know what it is when you go, you Latinos, put them up there, man. You don't play around with that guy. You saw him get on base, pinch run for John Collistan. Shit, almost stole 2 bases. Stole 2nd, almost stole 3rd, too. I'll tell you what. Yeah, he's elite. He's elite at fucking throwing the ball in the ground. That's where Anthony Volpe is elite, throwing the ball in the fucking ground. That's where he's elite. I can't remember a team winning a chip being so weak up the middle. I'll give Jazz. So Jazz's issue is throwing the baseball. I think he has 13 errors and 10 of them is throws. He has a very strong arm. We saw him playing 3rd last year, so that's his issue. His range is very good. So I can't complain about Jazz's range. It's throwing the baseball is where it's a little tricky, and that could bite you in October. We know that. And Cabby isn't afraid to steal. And Cabby, like what I said, Cabby battles at bats. He's an annoying. He's a pesky player. He's a bowler. He's a baseball hard-nosed player. Like the Yankees need that type of player. They had, I think, I consider Bellinger that type of player. I consider Jose Caballero that kind of player. So I love him for the New York Yankees. I feel like he's won himself a spot. And I also feel like another guy that I'm going to mention, man, Ahmed Rosario deserves to be platooned against lefty pitching. He's hit every left. He's hit Crochet. I think he has 5 hits against Crochet in 2 games or something like that, or 3 games since he became a Yankee. This guy should be playing against lefties. Give him 3 at bats, take him out after the 6th or 7th, and put McMahon in. That is the recipe for the lefty. I don't understand the need to say, well, we're going to platoon Slater in a bunch of times, but we're not going to platoon Ahmed Rosario in. Ahmed Rosario is a clear better hitter against lefties. 14 errors for Jazz. And I bet you, FL Diary, if you could check, TE means throwing errors. If where you're looking at, it says TE, those are throwing errors. I bet you 10 of those, of the 14 or 11, are throwing errors. Because somebody mentioned it on the broadcast the other day. I think it was David Cohn. But back to the coach's kid, Anthony Volpe. Don't make us hate Anthony Volpe. I don't want to hate him, and hate is a strong word. I'm talking about the New York fan booing Anthony Volpe, disliking Anthony Volpe. This is no knock to the kid. I am from New Jersey. I know how good he was in high school growing up. He played for the New Jersey Marlins travel organization. I know a lot about Anthony Volpe, believe it or not, and I don't want to dislike the kid. I just feel like he's put in a situation where he's not ready to excel at. And right now, you have a guy who's playing better, who is more, how I say, poised when it comes to wanting. Like, I'm just thinking like Jose Caballero has a chip on his shoulder, and it seems like he really likes being a Yankee. That's something that you have to admire and you have to play into. And he's playing better than Anthony Volpe. It is very, 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 very rough for me to continue to see. Tomorrow, you're probably going to see Anthony Volpe because he had a couple of hits. I don't understand how you continue to do that. Then Anthony Volpe goes into maybe a little bit of a slump, and then you want to put Caballero in, but since he hasn't played, maybe he struggles a little bit, and now you messed everything up. I know you don't believe in the hot hand. Well, if you don't believe in the hot hand, then Volpe should have played tomorrow. You gave Caballero a day off. But that's not what's going to happen. Because we know the New York Yankees. We know Brian Cashman. We know what. I don't even know. This is why I would love to be a fly on the wall to see how many people are pushing back against Anthony Volpe at shortstop. We had the same situation with IKF, and it took an elimination game for them to put in Peraza. And I said this before. That year of IKF was better than Anthony Volpe this year. Again, that year, offensively and defensively, IKF was a better shortstop that year than Anthony Volpe is right now. And the Yankees rode that shortstop all the way to an elimination game in the ALCS. So I'm telling you that at the New York Yankees, seems like they're going to go ahead and play Anthony Volpe until they can't play him anymore. And then it might be too late. All because somebody in the organization has to be right. They can't be wrong. And to me, that is the biggest obstacle that the New York Yankees have. And they've had it for years. They can't just nip things in the bud and call a spade, and this guy's not ready. Send them. I'm not saying that send them down, whatever the case may be, but they just don't do that. Any other organization, when a player has 100 at bats and is hitting 150 and is playing bad defense, what in the world are we doing? This is the New York Yankees. This isn't the Pittsburgh Pirates. This isn't the Washington Nationals. This isn't the Colorado Rockies. This is the New York Yankees, and you clearly have a shortstop that is better than Anthony Volpe, and you're still choosing to play Anthony Volpe. Today, You want to give Cabby a rest day? I understand. But that's not the words that you said. Brandon Cuddy. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. I'm sorry. I'm Dominican. So you guys pronounce our names wrong. We pronounce your names wrong. Reporter for The Athletic covering the Yankees. Aaron Boone on starting Volpe today over Jose Caballero. Quote, he's ready to go. Caballero is not a guy who plays every single day, and I want to be mindful of that. He's a little beat up too. So we want to get Anthony back into the mix here, and hopefully he gives us a spark today. I don't know. I'm pretty sure Jose Caballero played every single day for the Tampa Bay Rays. Let me take a look. From April 8th, 9th, 10th, 11th, 12th, 13th, 14, 15 off, 16, 18, 19, 20. It looks like he's playing every day. June 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th. Looks like he's playing every day. I don't know, man. He looks like he played a lot in Tampa Bay. Hey, Becker, Kev, what can we do about this bullpen? This is a serious issue going into October. Hey, Becker, I believe our boy T-Riv or FL Diver, I think it was Chris Silva, said, and I'm going to ask you this question, Becker, everybody in the chat, where do you guys concern level, 1 being the worst, 10 being you have no concerns. Where is your concern level with this bullpen? A lot of people were asking if we could go negative. I gave it a 2. I am very concerned because right now Bednar is the only guy you can really trust. I thought Fernando Cruz was going to be somebody when you came back that you can trust, but he has an outburst here and there. I mean, and it's normal. Weaver had a good run, and then he's starting to look a little shaky there last couple of outings. So my concern is high. It's a 2 right now, and the reason I said that is like the Yankees normally don't have this issue in October, and it's gonna be interesting, and it's gonna to see what the Yankees are gonna do in October if they only have Bednar and one more guy that can really trust. I don't want to be watching those playoff games. I'm a nervous wreck. I don't know what I'm gonna do. I'm very concerned, but like I said, pitchers as well as hitters, they're streaky. They'll go 7-8 appearances without giving up a run. That is very good for the playoffs. My question is gonna be what strings are gonna be pulled in October and when. And with Aaron Boone at the helm, we never know. I know a lot of people love him. A lot of people don't. A lot of people say it doesn't matter. I think it does. So, Yankees did put him in a bad spot. Let's see. Volpe has bad numbers versus Taj Bradley, and everyone feasted today, so I ain't giving Volpe no credit. Oh, my God. Jason, I said that the Yankees are going to use this, even though they've said that they don't believe in the hot hand, that the Yankees are going to go ahead and play him now because he had 2 hits. And I said that they should have pinch hit for Jason Dominguez there in the ninth, trying to get that extra run, knowing how your bullpen's been. Giving them a little extra breathing room would have been nice. As you can see, Bednar still gave up a solo shot. One guy gets on, now you're a home run from getting walked off. So it's just very frustrating that they treat certain prospects a certain way and some don't. And I'm not taking the aspect that everybody assumes because one is Latino and one's from Jersey. I'm just saying they just pick favorites, and it's not only with prospects, it's with players too. Like we saw with TJ LeMahieu, we saw with Dot Donaldson. When Cashman makes a move, it has to work. So he has to force it down everybody's throat. Okay, well, let me see, 15. Guys, the lower number is being concerned. So FL Dyer was 0, Tony Riv was 2, Just Mix was 3, 2. So everybody's very concerned. Caleb is a 5. The wild card series is going to be 3 games. So you're probably going to see Fried, Rodon, Hill. I think that the Yankees might want to split up the 2 lefties. I don't know. it's like if you lose the game one, who do you want game two and the next two coming up and stuff like that. So it's going to be interesting to see. Devin has been good lately. Yes, I mean, I don't want him anywhere near high leverage is what I'm saying. He had a 2-run lead. He came in the 8th. I think that's the highest leverage I want to see from him. I don't want to see him in a 1-run game. I don't want to see him in a tie game. I don't want to see him in the 9th. 8th, I barely want to see him. 7th, 6th, I'm okay with. But Doval is bad because he's wild. That's what it is. Doval is wild. He has control issues, which I think we have him for 2 more years. I think the Yankees are good with that sort of stuff. Luis Hill is wild as well because he's coming back from not pitching for a long time, so he's been a little wild, but he gets out of it. And I think Cam's issue is he got wild later today, but also Cam needs a couple of more pitches. You can't just go away with 2-3 pitches as a starting pitcher anymore. People will catch on to you. So that's that. So Jason Custodio says, Kev, I think they are leaning on leaving Dominguez off the roster for Austin Slater. Yeah, man. I'm telling you this. Slater, you're going to see him. And I get it to an extent. Better defensively. He's a righty. I can't knock it, but the only reason I'm okay with it is because you still have Jose Caballero, who's a threat to steal a base, who you can have in there. I would like Jason to be in there as well, but I don't think he would. But honestly, guys, Slater hasn't shown me anything offensively that could tell me that he's gonna hit elite left-handed pitching. Man, I'm sorry. Grisham and Belly have reverse splits. So that's all I'm gonna tell you right there. They hit lefties well, both of them. Bellinger and you're not gonna sit Giancarlo in the playoffs. You're not gonna sit Judge. So you're telling me you're gonna sit either Grisham or Belly, or you're telling me you want another right-handed hitter to hit that guy should be Ahmed Rosario. That should be the guy. The first guy you want to platoon come off the bench to hit a left-handed. It should be Ahmed Rosario. And the Yankees didn't want to give Jason any more right-handed at bats. So I think he stole the base last year. That's about it. But yeah, man, it's just interesting to see what the Yankees are going to do. You got 2 more weeks. Let me look how the standings look right now. Standings. Because I think Boston lost. And yeah, somebody were asking about the division. I don't think the Yankees are done. Yankees are done. They shouldn't have fallen into that hole anyway against Toronto. Can't let Toronto beat you up like that during the whole season and then try to come back like that at the end. So, wild card. Yeah, man. The Cleveland Guardians and Texas Rangers are there again. That's like a 4-game swing right now for the Yankees to be left out of the playoffs. With these teams coming up, the Yankees should be able to have a very, very nice win. It's in their hands. All they got to do is win, like they said. It's going to be interesting to see because right now the Yankees will play Houston, which I don't know. Like the Yankees played Boston well last time, but Roman Anthony wasn't there. Having to see Crochet game 1 is just giving me nightmares. But if the Yankees are able to get that first game with Crochet, well, then they're in a very good spot. But if everything ended today, the Yankees would be playing the Houston Astros and the Seattle Mariners would be playing the Boston Red Sox. Then after that, I like how the Yankees look these last 2 series against their division, which was our main issue. So I still think that Toronto, once they're in the playoffs, they'll become more like what they are because they're just Toronto. Last time they were in the playoffs, they didn't even score. I think it was very, very bad to watch. It's crazy they had Slater leading off 2 times, and it took them forever to give Dominguez a shot at leadoff. I mean, people can say whatever they want, Jason. We see this time and time again. Why do people think we're trying to push a narrative? Dominguez, when he hit leadoff, he did very, very good, and they stopped hitting him leadoff for no reason. It's just, why do you got to treat this kid that? What did this kid do to you, man? Why the fuck would you give him $6 million, or $5 million, $4 million signing bonus? Then when he's here, you want to? Oh, he doesn't play defense. Volpe's not playing defense or hitting. So, Jason, I was just speaking of that. You asked a question. Who would I rather face? I think I'd rather face Seattle, obviously. So that's gonna depend who ends. If we can stay in the top of the wild card, that'll be good and Boston can stay at the bottom. That means that we would play either Seattle or Houston. Yankees have to learn how to beat Houston, no matter what. Framber is a mental midget, so he's having a bad season. The other kid is their ace right now, and we kind of hit Brian Abreu pretty good. So I'm not, and I think they lost. I think they just lost Jordan too. So I don't know. It's obvious that I would rather play Houston. Seattle has great starting pitching, so that's not something. And yeah, Boston, I don't know. It seems to be I would hate to lose to Boston in the playoffs. It's just something that really, really irks me. No, fuck you if you're a Boston fan. Fuck Boston. Everything. Celtics, Patriots, Bruins, Red Sox. I don't give a shit. I hate Boston. Get in the car. Give me some lobster. Carter. We don't need a narrative. We all see the bullshit. And that T-Riv, that's all we've been trying to say, right? It's like, yes, we're not gonna say the Yankees come out and say it, but the proof is there. Why do people act like not everybody is seeing what you're doing? Like, when's the last time Jason played? That boy Jason Dominguez, I'm tell you what. He has 373 ABs. Can't even get 400 at-bats. In his first year with limited at-bats and sporadic playing, Anthony Volpe has had a much better offensive season than Anthony Volpe. And don't give me the 12. Don't give me the extra 10 home runs. Don't tell me 20 home runs. An extra 10 home runs makes Anthony Volpe better when he can't even hold the 300 on base percentage and the 700 OPS. Get the fuck out of here with that shit, bro. Look at this, bro. In his last 7 games, he's only had 10 at bats, but he's hit. Let's do the last 15 games. Fuck it. Last 15 games. And the last 7 games hitting 333, but it's not a lot of bats. But last 15 games with 32 at bats, he's hitting 281 with a 343 on base. And the last 30 games, he's hitting a 253 with a 325 on base. The last time he played was against Boston. He had a hit and a walk. The 13th, so that was 4 days ago now. What today? And then before that, he played in Detroit. Let me see something. Yeah, in the month of September, he's against Houston. And remember, I wanted him to play against Christian Javier because he took him deep, and they did not play him. He came in for looks like he had 1 at bat each game. That's what he did. Versus the Toronto series, another important series, came in late in the game as well. So in the month of September, he's had 1 start, and we're halfway through. He has 3 hits in the month of September. I want to see something right now. Yeah, man. There you go. There's your answer, guys. Jason has started 1 game in September, and he's played sporadically for pinch hitting, 1 at bat here, 2 at bats here. So, Oh, they already updated that. So Anthony Volpe in the month of September with 25 at bats has 4 hits. Jason Dominguez with 9 at bats has 3 hits. So yeah, Jason doesn't play short, but Caballeros plays short. So no matter how you slice it, I don't want to hear anything from anybody else. You can go fuck yourself. That the Yankees love Anthony Volpe. They want to shove it about everybody's throat because they have to be right. They can't be wrong. He has to hit. I've said this before, and I'm gonna keep it here on record. It's gonna be interesting to see what the Yankees do with Jazz. Are they gonna? I think they have one more year with him, but are they gonna extend Jazz, or are they gonna move Anthony Volpe to second base when George Lombard is ready? Even though Anthony Volpe hits arbitration next year, so you got 3 more years of Volpe. So, are the Yankees gonna ride Volpe till the wheels fall off? My God, bro! Imagine that. I think it took the last 2 to 3 years for the Yankee fans to dislike Volpe. They've been disliking Volpe since last year now. The first year they gave him a pass. The second year it was like, what is this going on? His defense was okay, but his hitting was atrocious. So, I'm just sick and tired of this, guys. I don't know how you guys feel. Any other questions you guys have? Let me see who's a probable pitcher for tomorrow. Let's see. Will the Yankees play Caballero tomorrow? I don't think so. I think it's Luis Hill tomorrow, right? Yeah, Luis Hill and Taj Bradley. So let me see what the... Volpe in 7 at bats has no hits against Bradley. Belly has a home run. That's about it. It looks like Ben Rice. Grisham hit. Well, Grisham only has 4 at bats, but Ben Rice has 6 at bats. Goldschmidt, Dominguez. Dominguez has 4 ABs. He has an RBI. Looks like he had a sac fly or something like that. But yeah, man, everybody else looks. Oh, that's only 3 at bats. You can't go off that. So let's see what the Yankees do tomorrow. It's gonna be interesting again, like I said. What they're gonna do moving forward. Then after that, nobody knows against the Orioles at Camden. The Orioles have been playing better lately, so hopefully that doesn't bite the Yankees in the ass because they can play a little bit of spoiler there and mess the Yankees' positioning up. Joker, what's up, my guy? Cabby better play tomorrow, Becker. That's all I'm saying. I'm happy we won, but it was stupid that it was only by 1 run. I'll take it. Yeah, listen, bro. You know, when I started, I'm always concerned when Devin Williams comes in the game. It's a 2-run game, but I was concerned when Devin Williams came into the game. I'm concerned when I'm not concerned about Bednar, but when they hit that home run, you know how it is. You got another hit comes in, booping a blast. So I don't know. I'm not going to bet that the Yankees play Cabby tomorrow. I think that they give him another day off. Or maybe Volpe says he's sore. And they play Cabby tomorrow. Because I know they're going to monitor that on Volpe. I want to say something about that. I'm not saying that he's not hurt. But it just proves how much... How the stupidity is sometimes in the organization, where if he was dealing with something since May or whatever the case may be, you traded for a shortstop and you still didn't give him more days off to monitor that. It's just really no matter how you look at things, and I get these guys competitors, sometimes they won't say anything, but you have to keep that in mind. You know what I'm saying? Don't bring it out now. I feel like If it's true, it's true, man. It is. I'm not gonna say that the Yankees are gonna lie or anything like that, but it's just it's still stupid to monitor the way that they did, where the guy he had that issue in May, and then you got a shortstop at the deadline, and you continue to play him even though he was playing bad, and he continued to throw one hoppers to first base. So it's not rocket science. It's common sense, man. Like give the kid a couple of days off. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's my whole issue with everything. No matter how you look at it, whatever angle you want to look at it, I can go ahead and tell you, well, the Yankees still did wrong by this. Oh, well, Volpe was hurt. Well, why'd you play him so much? We've been asking for Caballero to play more since he got here anyway, because we were sick of Volpe. He's been struggling defensively. He obviously can't throw because he spikes everything. So, no matter how you look at it, either Volpe he is having a bad year. You want to blame the injury, you can blame the injury. But his track record offensively shows you that this is what you get from Anthony Volpe. So, no matter how you slice it, man. I mean, yeah, listen, my whole thing with Rosario is I love McMahon, and he should play every day, but when there's a lefty on the mound, Ahmed Rosario showed you that he just hits lefties, bro. He just demolishes lefties. Goldschmidt and Ahmed Rosario should play every single time there's a lefty. Slater has had more at-bats lately against lefties than Ahmed Rosario. And and you think I'm lying? Hold on. I watched this the other day. Watch. I'll tell you right now. He's played 6. So Austin Slater has played 6 games and has 11 ABs since he came back. In September, Ahmed Rosario has 5 ABs. Austin Slater, since he came back September 9th, he started 2 games and then came in, pitched hit for 2. So he's played 4 games. The other ones, I think it was just defensive purposes, and Boston, I believe. So he's actually started 2 games and pinch hit twice. But this is, again, he's been here, and this is in a 5-day span. Since the 9th to the 14th. Ahmed Rosario has been here. He's never been hurt, anything. And in the whole month of September, you gave him 5 at-bats. You gave him 5 at-bats, and he has 2 hits and a home run. You know what Slater has? He has 2 hits. No doubles, no RBIs. 2 hits. That's what Slater's done. But you want to give Slater more. Just play the guys who are good. Just play the guys who are good. It's not that hard. It is not that hard, New York Yankees. Guys, smack that like, hit that sub for me. If you're new, if you stumble into this video, I talk about the Yankees. I'm going to start talking a little bit more about just sports in general here. I'm going to make some shorts, but it's going to be more YouTube shorts in Spanish and in English and stuff like that. But it's mainly going to be about the Yankees. During the postseason, I'll talk about multiple games because it is interesting. I love baseball. In the postseason, I love watching postseason baseball. To me, I think is amazing. So, Kev, the Yankees bullpen has a 5.47 ERA since August 1st. That's disgusting. Hey, Kev, any chance you and Los do a collab during the offseason? Los from Yankee Farm? So I'm me and Los, we talk a lot, and honestly, it's been it's scheduling for us. Sometimes I can do it, he can't. Sometimes he can do it, and I can't. But me and Los, we talk about prospects all the time, And he hits me up, and I appreciate Los. I love you at Yankees Farm. I think he does a tremendous job, man. So much information, so much highlights, so much post-game stuff that he gives you about everybody's numbers after every game. So shout out to Yankees Farm and shout out to Los. He does a great job over there. And yes, I'm in the offseason. We're probably going to do a couple more interviews because that went well with Alexander Vargas last year, Gabriel Lara. Shout out to them. They very nice guys. Maybe Carlos LaGrange is somebody that I'm going to hit up in the offseason because me and him have been able DMing and stuff like that. And he's a very, very good guy. He's worked very, very hard. I'm so happy for the success that he's having. Shout out to Carlos LaGrange. A phenomenal season, man. I believe he led the minors in strikeouts. So, Carlos LaGrange, mío personal, ya tú sabes. Shout out to him and the Somerset Patriots are in the playoffs right now. So, Donnie Clark, what's up, my guy? Yeah, Yankees definitely needed this win. So, yes, speaking of Yankees Farm, we'll probably do a collab. I'm looking forward to that. If I wish we could get ERC too. I'm mention all this to Los. Maybe we could do it like right after the Yankees postseason, around maybe November if they have some time, because it's all through Zoom anyway. So just to recap their season and all that stuff, they had a phenomenal season. Other guys as well, like Ben Hess. Those I mean, all those guys. Yeah, he's a stud for sure, absolutely. So it's gonna be interesting, fellas. Like honestly, I'll let you guys know. Obviously, follow us on socials, Instagram, Twitter, and we'll always let you know when it comes to the interviews. It's always interesting to see the guys. I always tell, if you're not into the prospects, Yankees Farm is a great place to be because he gives you a lot of video footage and he gives you a lot of numbers where you can start seeing why maybe guys don't trade this guy or whatever the case may be. When they talk about a prospect, why you go ahead and understand why maybe Cashman doesn't trade a certain guy. You know what I'm saying? So, like me, last year I talked a lot. Brendan Jones, bro. Jones, yes, I forgot about Brendan Jones. Shout out to Brendan Jones, too. I remember he hit a triple off Tong, who's one of the Mets' top pitching prospects now. And I told him, man, yo, way to rip one. Is he really nasty? Is he really that good, or is it a little bit of hype? And he's like, nah, man, he's filthy. So shout out to Brendan Jones. Elmer Cruz, yeah, ERC is short. This is what everybody calls him, ERC, because it's Elmer Rodriguez Cruz. So yeah, those interviews are probably going to be a couple of them in the offseason. I'm going to speak to Losi what prospect he has lined up, and I'll go ahead and talk to the guys that I normally talk to. So that's going to be fun to see. I believe that he has an interview already with Brendan Jones last year. So you guys want to check that out on Yankees Farm, you can. But yeah, man, a lot of good things to come. And while you, I'm gonna ask Pete maybe we do one of the wild card games in Legacy. Those are always fun. Last year we had a blast in the Kansas City game. So I believe the Yankees won that game too, right? Yeah, we won that game. That's what Carlos Rodon had like 5 strikeouts in 2 innings and then couldn't get out of the 4th. But yeah, man, the Yankees have a little bit of time to see how this bullpen ends up. We need a couple more guys we could count on. And yeah, man, it's just interesting. Anything else you guys want me to cover before I go ahead and head out? I got 15 plus in here, so smack that like, hit that sub. Thank you guys so much for watching. It's always a blast. Yankees offered Jones and Lombard for Skeens. Convo didn't go that far. Yeah, because you got to understand, Donnie, and I tell this to everybody, when you have a guy like Paul Skeens, you're probably not going to trade him until at least the first-year arbitration or second, because that's when you really have to start paying him, and that's when those teams like to get rid of those guys because they don't like paying guys. So I don't think you'll see Paul Skeens maybe some more interest in the deadline next year, and then maybe after that you'll see him traded, or maybe the Pirates keep him, one of the guys that they keep. I don't know. If I am Paul Skeens, I am getting the hell out of there. I do not trust that organization. I understand sometimes getting the money early or giving an opportunity to the organization that signed you. I understand all that, but that organization is not about winning. And at the end of the day, it really sucks to not see these guys compete. I will always say that one of the travesties in baseball is not being able to see Mike Trout in the playoffs. That sucks. And I feel like Mike Trout should ask for a trade to anybody who will take him, who's a bit of a contender, to at least see some of his twilight years in the playoffs. But that's why I'm like, dude, these guys, when they sign with some of these organizations where they're not gonna compete, it's just, wow. I don't know, man. It's rough for me to see that. So, but yeah, man. So tomorrow it's Luis Hill against. Hold on. Taj Bradley. Like I said, we were talking earlier. Will the Yankees sit? Will the Yankees play Volpe or Caballero tomorrow? Let's see what's going to happen. It's gonna be funny to see the Boone fans and the spreadsheet boys say, "Oh, well, he had 2 hits yesterday. You really want to bench him?" Caballero had a home run the night before. You really want to bench him? And they did. So. Yeah, Mike Trout. How many games has he played this year? He has 400 at bats, man. It's just he has a 1 WAR, man. When would we ever think that Mike Trout has a 1 WAR, bro? Wow. Wow. He's 33, man. I still can't believe it, man. But listen, he still has 21 home runs. I mean, he could still be a 231 batting average, a 361 on base, an OPS of 778. So he could still bring value to a team who's competing. He's played 100, only 2. Oh, he's DH'd most of his games. He's played 180 games in the outfield, and it's not great. And the year before, he played 200 innings as well. Yeah, man, he hasn't played the outfield much since he hit 30. But again, I believe Mike Trout could still bring some value to a competing team. He's a Philly guy. He loves the Phillies. I mean, he loves the Eagles. It'd be interesting to see if maybe they get him over there because they are losing Kyle Schwarber and the DH spot. I mean, I don't know how you let Kyle Schwarber go. That is someone that I would love the Yankees to have, but I think he might stay in Philly. So, yeah, Trout chose loyalty over championships. Gotta respect it. No, yeah, I respect it, but I kind of blame the organization for not putting a team good enough to make the playoffs. And I know they tried with Pujols and Rendon, but it just sucks to not see Mike Trout ever in the playoffs. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I'm saying. Like, at this point, I don't know. I get what you're saying. Maybe retire an Angel. A lot of people don't want to touch that contract. So it's going to be interesting to see. Let's see. Maybe they can make one playoff run for him at least. But, guys, if you're just joining us, we were talking Yankees and Twins today. We were talking Anthony Volpe over Caballero. We were talking Ahmed Rosario should play against lefties. We were talking all that good stuff. So just go back and catch up. If you are watching this after either driving to work, like some people tell me, yo, thank you because I drive to work and I listen to you, or whatever the case may be, leave a comment. I always appreciate those on what you guys want me to cover or talk about, or what you thought. Maybe I missed something you want me to say about the next episode. I will. The Yankees are coming down to the final countdown. It is, I believe they have how many games left now? I think it's 11 games left. So these are the final days of September before we hit October. And then after that is the offseason. But the Yankees need a couple of things to get better. The Yankees need the bullpen to get better. The Yankees need Luis Hill to he's pitched pretty good. You guys know that Luis Hill has a .99 ERA against the Boston Red Sox? I like Luis Hill, man. I love when guys show up against our division, man. I love it. Donnie, yeah, absolutely. I was talking about that earlier. Cabby should be playing. Look, I have this picture. This is pretty funny. I was going to make this my thumbnail, but It generated a little bit too late. I didn't want it to hit like 12, but look, we want Jose. So, and to that, I say, when Anthony Volpe is an older man and somebody and they're sitting and they're having their chicken parm, his grandfather or his dad might
Your
say,
father never had the makings of a varsity athlete.
Oh, what the?
Your father never had the makings of a varsity athlete.
Oh, what the?
it might be your father never had the makings of a New York Yankee shortstop, but
Oh, say that.
oh man. Shout out to everybody in the chat being here with me tonight. This is another episode of Late Night with Kev. I just want to say, who's going to play tomorrow? Is it going to be Jose Caballero or Anthony Volpe? And if it's Anthony Volpe, does Anthony Volpe have some information on Boone or Cashman that he keeps getting played every night? It's interesting to see. But with that being said, the Yankees tomorrow have Luis Hill with Taj. I don't know if I'll get on tomorrow. I like to give a couple of games, have a couple of things to talk about. So I will maybe make another little rant if I see Volpe again tomorrow. I'll give him, or maybe I'll just give him a break. But I just hate to see the Yankees continue to put this kid in a situation where it's like, bro, Caballero's doing better. Let him play. Let Volpe focus on himself, and we'll go from there, man. We're trying to win games at this point. Last year, you said we are a better team with Alex Verdugo over Jason Dominguez, and we could not say no to that. We agreed. But right now, you are a better team with Jose Caballero at shortstop, not Anthony Volpe. So stop the bullshit. Stop the cap.
Well, we got to find out. We got to keep, we got to keep running him out there. We know we got to be better. Okay?
Okay. Is that how you speak to your king?
Oh, man. Is that how you speak to your king? Listen. Yeah. Thank you guys again. Another episode of Late Night with Kev. Smack that like, hit that sub. And you already know, see the shorts. If you see the shorts pop up on your feed, do the same thing as well. It's always welcome. Leave comments below what you ever want me to cover. I'll see you guys in a couple of days. Shout out to NYYU. Always check us out over there as well. I'm going to do a game this week with Pete. We just got to coordinate. Pete has been a little busy lately. And I've been a little busy as well, so I haven't been much over there. But we're locking in for the end of the year and for the October, guys. So you already know. Take it easy. Ya tu sabes que lo que toque fried chicken is your boy KC. Another late night edition.